So my first question to you is, just tell me a little bit about the show and what do you hope for fans and viewers will take from everything?
Well, this is Top Dog Underdog by Suzan-Lori Parks, and I just want people to come see the show. And I promise you, it was written 20 years ago, but it feels like a brand new play. And we've been disconnected from each other for 2.5 years because of COVID. This is the play that reminds us how important we are to each other. It's a play about humanity. It's a play about family. Stars Corey Hawkins and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, and it is incredible. I've directed 13 to 14 Broadway shows, but this probably is the one I'm most excited about right now.
And what has it been like working with Susan-Lori Parks?
It has been great working with this writer. I mean, you talk about a Pulitzer Prize winning writer, you know what I mean? I mean, award winning. But to have her in the room, sitting next to you, it's just been a perfect marriage of artists. And I couldn't be more pleased. And I'm very excited for us to shepherd this to Broadway.
And last question. If someone were to ask you to describe the film in 3 words, which words would you use?
If I had to describe this play in 3 words, I would say it loves you. There you go.
Yeah.
And you're here at Nocturnal.
Thank you so much. Love that. So you won the 2022 Pulitzer Prize for drama for Top Dog Underdog, which made you the first Black woman to win the prize. How important is it for you to see the project return to Broadway after 20 years?
Well, how important is it? It's all about, I think, the group we have gathered and assembled to put on the show. I think that's what makes it important. We have great director Kenny Leon, who is really generously sharing the holy fire with us. He's worked with everybody from Denzel, Sam Jackson, Ruby Dee, Ossie Davis, all the greats, August Wilson, all the greats he's worked with. And I'm so blessed to be working with Kenny Leon finally. And then Yahya and Corey, the dynamic duo, yo. I mean, they are so generous and talented and handsome. So working with them is such a joy. But culturally, it's important, I feel, more than ever, to what I say to people, to wake us up to the love. The play is all about the love we have in community and how the love gets confused and obscured by the world. And the world is doing its darndest to make us forget, hoping that we forget how powerful and beautiful we are as a people. And Top Dog Underdog is to remind us how powerful and beautiful we are as a people, and not just a Black people, but a world people. Because like plays, if you think about like Hamlet, you know what I mean? Hamlet just isn't about some Danish guy, you know what I mean? Some guy from Denmark. It's about the world, and that's really important. Top Dog works in a similar way.
So it's not for us to, I can't tell the audience.
The story focuses on brotherly love and family identity.
It is a
What was the
it's a journey.
inspiration for this
You
project?
get on this train, you go.
Yeah, I mean, I have a family. I come from a family. I have a brother. I have, menfolk, Black men in my family that I love. And as I told the guys on the first day of rehearsal, I wrote this play so that men like them could shine. And again, by extension, and from that, like a pebble in a pool of water, it ripples out, And when they shine, when they unlock their power, the power of their love, the power of that family strength, others can feel that too. So it's really super important. I mean, love was the inspiration. Love is the inspiration of everything I do. I'm a faith-based kind of person. God is love. I write from that place. I write to give actors an experience of the power of the spirit, so that they can communicate that to people, and then hopefully give that to audiences. I'm just talking in circles now. It's hard. I'm a writer, so it's very difficult for me to listen if other people are talking. I kind of I listen to the voices, like, oh, they're talking. So sorry about that.
How important is it for you to be a part of this project?
Oh man, I mean, it's how important is it to be? Uh, I'm just thankful to be a part of this project. This is a gift to me. As an artist, as an actor, as a fan of Kenny, as a fan of Corey, as a fan of SLP, as a fan of the play, uh, for me, it's really an honor. This is a gift to me, and in terms of import, I think that it's important for me to continue to recognize it as as that, so that we can put that into the work and make it a gift for the many people who are going to be coming night in and night out, traveling sometimes, just to come and check us out on the stage, and that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, we were talking recently, just kicking around, how important theater is, and how important it is when people make that commitment to come to see a show, or to come. It doesn't matter what it is, right? So then, like y'all said, to add on top of that, to be able to say these words every night, work with him every night, to trust, to share that space. We don't get that often in our careers. If you're lucky, if you're lucky, you do. But to be able to do that, we can't take that lightly. It's a responsibility. So we know that when those people come and sit down, and the lights go down, and there's something ritualistic and special about that moment, right? And then you suspend your disbelief for hours, and a couple hours every night, and so it's just a blessing, and we take that responsibility very seriously.
Yeah. And just talk to me more about each of your characters in the play.
I play Lincoln, who is the older brother, and I like to think of Lincoln as sort of an observer. He's a person who's wrestling with his own demons, and as we all do. And I think Lincoln also feels a responsibility to take care of his little brother, who wants to be as, I think, good as him in the 3-card monte. But going back to that means something. It means it risks something. It costs something in order to do that, in order to show that love for his little brother. And it's just wrestling with that throughout this play. And it's funny, it's crazy, watching them navigate it and living in this little apartment, and but I love that about Lincoln, is that he is he tries to be a provider. He tries to take care, and he sees the world differently. Certainly differently than I see the world. But yeah.
I'm just really over here smiling because I get to get on this dude's nerves every single day. You know what I'm saying? I get to through my character Booth, I get to be expressive and come and crack the jokes and lighten the mood, and then take those left turns and things like that where people say, "Oh, I didn't know that this was in the play either." So this is. He's a fun character, Booth. Booth is a dreamer. He thinks anything is possible. He's naive sometimes. He has a great vocabulary. He thinks he's the best looking person in the world. He has the greatest, the best advice. And I think that Booth really, really, really has a good heart, so I really enjoy taking care of this character. He wants to be like his big brother. He looks up to his big brother almost like a father figure. His brother threw the cards, so he wants to throw the cards. He's in love with a woman named Grace. He has big plans for them and for the future and things like that. And so, what I really love about Booth is that I know Booth out in the world. We know Booth. I think the audiences who will come and see Booth and Link, they know a Booth and they know a Link. And the world doesn't always love Booth and Link. And we get to love them. We get to love these characters. We get to love them and advocate for them and put them on the stage. And that's really, an incredible task that we're given.
And lastly, I want the both of you to tell me about what it was like working with Suzan-Lori Parks.
Yeah, working with Susan. Working with SLP is it's a dream. I'll say that over and over as many times as I have to about this experience, because that's literally what it is. These words. Well, the first I spoke these words, the words to this play, this character Booth, for the first time maybe 15 years ago, and it was the first time that I stepped on stage or put something up on the stage that made me feel like myself. and I get to sit around the table and to talk with her about, so what were you thinking when you wrote this, or to be able to get insight from the person who gave me those words, who gave me that gift. I'm just, really, really appreciative and honored that I can be, the person chosen on this occasion to give life to those words.
Yeah, I mean, same. I feel like I also like how often do you get the opportunity to have a someone who's written a classic, and it's all about redefining how we talk and think about classics. We can talk about Chekhov, Shakespeare,
Yep.
right? Wilson, Parks, Suzan-Lori Parks, SLP. There's something special about that in and of itself. But then to have her in the room, to be standing here today, like we just in the elevator and asking questions about the play. That means that the play is still living and breathing, right? That means that it's still moving around like the cards, and it's still a bit of a, so it's just, it's beautiful to have that in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have Kenny pressing us, pushing us further to be our better selves. And you don't get it often. And we also just have fun, I think, in the process of figuring it out. It's called a play. You got to play. And so we're lucky.
Yep.
Blessed,